I've been so alone ever since I left the tribe. That's just how it goes, cause I like the lonely vibe.
Yo, what is up guys, SurgicalGoblin here and welcome to this new video. In today's video, as you guys can see, I have a giant bandit deck ready, which is kinda unique, but in this meta it is very strong. I'm not sure if you guys watched that video, but I actually used this deck to beat Team the Yao Yao. I believe I won 2 battles with it, but in that episode I didn't really explain something about the deck. So a lot of you guys actually requested a video about this deck, me playing in the Grand Challenge, just explaining a bit more about the deck, what you're trying to do and what you should do while playing versus a certain deck. So I would suggest just to hop into, I will do 3 live battles, just hop into a battle right now and start playing. I already did 1 game just so to get a bit warmed up, but let's see. So let's give this guy a thumbs up and a good luck. And with this deck you're trying to sort of make a big counter push. It depends on the deck your opponent has. Sometimes you try to punish as well, but often I would just try to make a counter push. For example, here he is spending 4 elixir. I'm spending the same 4 elixir, but now I can use that 4 elixir behind my giant. Let's say he actually has something. He actually has a bowler. I will drop a baby dragon because my baby dragon will slowly kill his knight and then probably splash the tower. He actually uses tornado, so he's using I believe definitely a tornado Hawk Rider deck, but I'm not sure what other cards he has. I think that deck has a furnace as well, but I'm not sure. I will actually put minions over here and I will lock this out just so I hit the bowler, the Hawk Rider and the skeletons. The Hawk Rider will get 2 hits I think. So far he's playing it pretty well, but we should be able to get some solid damage in. He actually has a baby dragon as well. So again, I will use the Electro Wizard defensive, and then I will make a counter push by dropping a giant in front, and I will probably support it with skeletons this time as well, because he had a knight last time, and I will drop minions, just because I want the knight, if he drops it again, to die as soon as possible. Let's see if he decides to use tornado. He does use the tornado, but I still think that the minions will not die, and I still think the giant should get a few hits in, and actually 1 minion will survive. And look at the damage we will do, guys. And that is what I mean with making a counter push. He's forced to still react to the troops behind the giant, while the giant can do a ton of damage, and that 1 minion definitely helped a lot as well. So as you can see, his tower not quite in lightning range yet. A lightning does 346 as you guys can see, but if he drops anything else I will definitely lightning it. Let's see if he drops something. Otherwise the bandit will get some hits in. I might actually lightning it anyways. Or actually I will cast it now, hitting the baby dragon, the tower and the bowler, so that's really good. I will distract the knight, I will put an Electro Wizard on top, and then I will drop minions. Let's see if he decides to use tornado offensively. I would not suggest that, but he actually lightnings, that's very aggressive. So let's punish him for that. I will actually go giant in the middle to tank for the tower. He will actually tornado this all, the skeletons. Wow, so it looks like the giant will actually go for the main tower, the king tower I mean, sorry. The baby dragon will finish off the knight. It looks like the bandit is actually connected, and the bandit DPS is quite a lot. The baby dragon, the minions will connect, and it looks like that's in lightning range. Yeah, it definitely is in lightning range. So we even free crown this guy, so let's give him a good game, thumbs up and a well played. And that shows how strong this deck is, like you being able to make a good counter push, sometimes punish your opponents as well. Let's say they drop a graveyard and a poison, and you just counter with the baby dragon. Going aggressive with a giant at the bridge at that moment is definitely not a mistake or something. I think it's a very good play, just because if your opponent is aggressive, they should not have that much elixir to address a giant, and a giant DPS. Like, a giant is still very strong in my opinion. I don't see that many giants, but I still think giant is a very good card. And I'm forced to lock his Skarmy, knowing I do know that he has a Goblin Barrel probably, but well played by him. He's giving the crying face. I'm not sure why. Maybe because well, he actually has an Inferno. And sometimes, like, I often see people make a mistake by using their lightning right now. But as you can see, a lonely giant will not do much. He probably has a Goblin gang as well. So I would just in that way I would just be wasting or throwing away my elixir. Well, right now I know that he has an Inferno, so that's good information. Next time when I make a push, I will make sure that I save up enough elixir so I can actually, he's got a good game, I'm not sure why, but so I can actually lightning his collector, or not collector, I mean his Inferno tower. That's a tricky barrel. I'll drop my bandit over here. And you can see that's a tricky barrel by watching their shadow. But let's see. I don't think he has Inferno in cycle, so I will support this with minions, Baby Dragon, knowing that he has a Skarmy. There is his Skarmy. The Baby Dragon, the minions will clean up. The minions will actually distract the Inferno. He does have arrows, but still, he spent a lot to defend, and the Baby Dragon is still locked on the tower, which is definitely really good. He's giving the grind phase right now. He caught good game earlier, but we're dealing some solid damage. I haven't seen like a princess from him. He did show a Skarmy, Goblin Gang, and Goblin Barrel, and a Fireball. So I will be waiting with my Electro Wizard, not dropping it in the back, giving him value. But I will drop it over here, just so the Hawk Rider will only get 1 hit. And I will actually lock this. The Hawk Rider will still get 1 or 2 hits. Let's see, 2 hits I think. Yeah, 2 hits. So well played by him. But we didn't spend too much there. I'm forced to drop my minions over here. And he has his Inferno. So his deck is actually really strong versus our deck. But let's see what we can do. I will drop another giant in the back, preparing for a push. And he actually goes with a Skarmy all the way in the back. I will drop a Baby Dragon in the back. Now I'll drop an Electro Wizard over here, knowing he will probably drop... Oh wow, he will probably Fireball this. That's bad minions in my opinion. He actually missed the minions. That is good for us for sure. But let's lock his Goblin Gang. Hopefully the Inferno... Well, the Inferno, he actually has another Inferno, so really well played by him for sure. And I think we will lose this game just because his deck is really solid. Maybe we can make a big push right now. He prediction arrow right there. Maybe we can take his tower right here. I do think he has his Inferno back in cycle again. Let's see if he has enough. He actually chose wow, this will be really close, and that will be 105 HP. Let's give him a thumbs up and a good game. Not sure why he is BMing, but definitely well played by him. We couldn't really come through just because his Skarmy and his Goblin Gang, we didn't have the elixir. We should have gone in the same lane actually, because this time he forced us. Really well played by him. He forced us not to, or he didn't allow us to make a counter push by going the other lane with his Hawk Rider. And we should have just gone giant on the left side, even though we already dealt damage on the right side. Just because we didn't get any value out of those troops on the left side, the defending troops I mean. So definitely well played by him, and a good learn moment, and also a good, how do you say that? I guess it's good to show you guys some mistakes, because then you guys could not make those mistakes, and you guys could you guys, I'm just trying to learn you guys how to use this deck, and I think showing mistakes definitely helps everyone, even me. I mean, I still make a lot of mistakes, so that's definitely good. Looks like this guy is using a Hawk Rider deck as well, just because Valkyrie and Cannon, like that is, I don't see that in the Lava Hound deck, for example. But let's see if he gives us, he does give us lightning value, so I will wait until the Musketeer is in range. Let's drop the lightning right now, hitting the cannon, the Musketeer and the tower. That's great value. Looks like his Valkyrie will almost die to our E-Wiz. I will support it with the Baby Dragon. He has another Valkyrie, so well played by him. And let's see if he goes with his Hawk Rider or decides to cycle to his Musketeer, but looks like he will actually Fireball. Wow, he actually spent a lot to defend, I think, because he used 2 Valkyries, Musketeer and Cannon, so I don't think he has that much elixir, and his deck actually cycles pretty quick as well. As you can see, he goes with a Hawk Rider, interesting Hawk Rider, but I will take a bit of damage, and then I will use those troops to make a counter push. So he is dealing solid damage, but as you can see, we have a giant, minions in the middle to go to the cannon, and a Bandit. Let's see if he decides to drop his Valkyrie or Musketeer. I'm not sure if he has his Valkyrie in cycle. Looks like the Bandit will connect, and because we were able to make a counter push, because we were able to get value out of those troops, we take down his tower. So looks like we'll actually already deal some solid damage to his King Tower. And I will lightning his Musketeer just so we get some damage and take that out. I still think we're up on elixir, maybe a bit down right now, because we spent 2 elixir to do that. He does sap here. I knew that he would sap because he did that the previous time as well. So I already dropped my Electro Wizard knowing he would sap, so we don't take too much damage. He's forced to react to that E-Wizard. He decides to drop a cannon. I would expect a Valkyrie over there, but him dropping the cannon allows us to go aggressive with a giant. So let's go with a Baby Dragon. Let's go with minions. I think he will cycle back to another cannon. Let's surround the Musketeer. Look at the DPS of skeletons. While he did sap 3 of them. But let's see if we can hit anything with the lightning. We can actually hit something. We will hit the cannon. Let's see if the Baby Dragon will get a few hits in. And we're slowly taking down his King Tower. Well, he still needs to take one of our towers. So we're in a really good situation, guys. I will just drop an Electro Wizard. well, he decides to switch lanes, which I think is interesting. I mean, he might be able to deal some solid damage, but I don't think he will take out the tower. He does deal some solid damage, but he can take out the tower. And I actually have a lightning defensive ready, just because he will probably put a Hawk Rider here. Let's see. I will cast the lightning now, hitting the Hawk Rider and the Valkyrie and the Musketeer, and that's good game. So let's give him the good game, the well played, and the thumbs up. And someone, or actually a few guys, asked if the video could be a bit longer. So I would just do one more battle actually, just because the other game the first game we 3-crowned him. I'm not sure if that was like into the first 2 minutes or something, but I still think an extra battle, yeah, it isn't, yeah, how do you say that? It can't hurt someone, so I would just do another one. I think you guys will enjoy that. So far it's definitely good, doing good, and we definitely, yeah, learned something, as you guys saw in the Hawk Rider. Looks like he's playing Lockbait as well in the Hawk Rider Lockbait match, that we should actually switch lanes because we didn't get any value out of the troops. And looks like this guy's using the same deck, or sort of the same deck, I'm not sure, but it looks like we will not really get any value out of, let's see. Now, I don't want the lightning here. As I said before, he will just be throwing away elixir because he probably has Skarmy or something, and I would just be giving him value. So again, a pretty hard matchup. But we will definitely try to save our lock for his barrel and try to get value out of the other troops we use to counter. Sorry, excuse me, guys, to counter his units. For example, the princess. Looks like he's just using lockbait. I will go in this lane now, knowing that he would drop his princess there. Look at the bandit. I think it will take out the inferno and the princess. So that's some clutch bandit gameplay right there. The bandit is actually, in my opinion, an underused card, underrated as well. But in my opinion, it's very good. As you can see, like, it took out the Ice Spirit. Then it took out... And here, I will get some value on my Lightning, because I will be able to hit the Knight. The Electro Wizard will kill it. And the Giant will probably finish off the Inferno. Doesn't look like it. Or, I mean, it will finish off the Inferno, but it doesn't look like it will get a hit on tower. But there was still some good yeah, value, in my opinion. Here he will give us some lock value, just because, again, we're making a positive trade. He knew that I had the locking cycle, but by doing that all the time, I think we will just get a big elixir advantage. And then eventually, well, I dropped my skeletons knowing he would probably drop something. So I have my bandit ready now. Let's see if he will drop his knight, or yeah, he will drop his knight. So good night by him. But I don't think he has that much elixir. He spent a lot, so I will actually drop minions right now. And I think I will save up for my lightning. This time I might use my lock offensive. I will actually use my lock offensive over here. And I should have hit the left tower and then the princess as well. And let's see if he will punish us for using the lock, because the giant will still not get a hit in. So let's drop a baby dragon right now. I have my electro wizard ready. I will actually block his knight, knowing that he will probably... Well, we actually cycled back to a lock. Look at that, we don't take any damage. Well, I didn't expect we would be able to cycle back to a lock. But it's still a very hard matchup. I will go in the left lane right now. I'm not sure if that is a mistake. Maybe it is, just because we actually dealt some solid damage to that side. Now he did outcycle us. So I tried to hit all the goblins with the E-Wizard. We didn't really succeed, but aggressive rocket by him. Really aggressive. Let's see if we can punish him right there. Let's go with minions. Let's go with baby dragon. And I will sort of go all in right now, just because he spent so much over there. And let's see, the electro wizard does take out the giant does take out the inferno. And now we cycle back to another giant. Let's go with the giant, skeletons, bandit. I'll just drop everything as soon as we have the elixir. And he cycled back to another inferno. But look at that, the giant is going for the tower. I mean, he will probably go with goblin gang. Let's prediction lock right here. We didn't hit anything, but it looks like the giant will actually take it off, or finish it off, I mean. And wow, my lightning didn't even finish it. The goblins would actually tank for it, so bad lightning at the end. But the giant was still able to finish the tower off. So pretty successful episode. I hope I showed what you should do and you shouldn't do. As I said before, I think I said it like 2 times, but you should always try to get value out of the troops by going into the same lane. So that allows you to make a counter push. And in this game, I think we just made some positive trades, and he went aggressive with the rocket. We were able to punish him for that. So definitely a successful episode. I hope you guys could learn something from it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, please leave a like. If you're not subscribed to my channel yet, feel free to subscribe. And I hope to see you on one of my next videos. Bye.